Good morning, all of you. Am
Morning, sir.
I, yeah, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about screen?
Yes, sir.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay. Today, let us have a discussion on introduction to business intelligence. Okay. First day we discussed related to data mining. Second day we discussed about what is that? Warehousing and introduction, overview of data mining, overview of warehousing, and today let us have a brief introduction or overview of an business intelligence. Okay, now, so let me then what is this business intelligence? What do you mean by business? Hello, is there anybody? What is the meaning of business? Business means what?
Market, sir.
Marketing. Okay, marketing means what? What is involved in business or in market?
Profit and loss.
Profit and loss.
Investing.
Exactly. Okay, so some business will incur a profit, some business will undergo what is that? Loss.
Loss.
Okay, there are profit and loss in that business. Okay, so we need an intelligent system. We need an intelligent system, okay, or a software which makes our business, profitable. Okay, if this software will tell us to do some, or it will give guidance, okay, or it will give you the information, okay, so based on that we're going to take some action for the sake of business. Got it? This is what the business intelligence is. Now, see, what is this business intelligence? See here now. The business intelligence, it is the process. There are many definitions. Okay. The business intelligence is nothing but the process of collecting, organizing, and analyzing a business data. See here now. Collecting the business data, organizing those business data, and analyzing those data which you have collected and organized. First we need to collect and organize in a format which we need. Okay, we have to organize them. Once we organized all those data, and we need to analyze, those data. Okay, analysis means, as you know that, okay, yesterday in the data warehousing we discussed something related to, see, these are our customers, okay, high paid customers, these are our low marketing customers, and these are the goods or items or products which sells more. Okay, this is the profit and loss of this branch. Okay, this is what the analysis we get. After analyzing the data we get these things. Got it? So the process of collecting, organizing, and analyzing the business data and tuning. So once you make the analysis, you need to tune those data into useful, actionable information. What do you need to do? So once you get the information, you have to tune it. Okay, you have to do some process. Okay, you have to make some changes, and in such a way that it should be actionable information, so that after analyzing we get information. Information. This process is called as business intelligence. This process is called as business intelligence. This is one definition. What is the definition? The process of collecting, organizing and analyzing the business data and tuning it into useful and actionable information is called as business intelligence. This is one definition. Another definition, you are seeing it in the screen. The process. Okay. This process involves the technology and tools. Business intelligence is nothing but a process. This process is involving some technologies and tools. Okay. These are needed. Which are needed? Tools and technologies are needed to turn data into information. See here now. See. These technology and tools are needed to make your data into information. This is the first green color text. To turn data into information and then information into knowledge. Here information is different and knowledge is different. Okay. So the technology and tools are needed to turn data into information and information into knowledge and knowledge into plans. Once we get the knowledge, okay, so as per the knowledge we'll go to make up plans. As per the knowledge we'll go to or we'll make some plans. Okay, for what purpose? To drive a profitable business action. To drive a profitable business action. See here now, it is all about the process of doing something to get the good business. Okay, see here now, what is there here? Data is here. We need technology, okay, or some tools. For what purpose? We are having the data. That data is converted into information. Information is converted into knowledge. Knowledge is converted into plans. See here now, data into information. Information into knowledge. Knowledge into plans. Once we have the plans, okay, that can be executed to get the profitable business actions. Is that definition is clear? Understood? Is that definition is understood, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Just once or twice you read it, you will come to know what exactly business intelligence is. All of you, just spend 1 minute of time and read it once or twice, this definition, this colorful definition. Okay. The process where technology and tools are needed to turn data into information and information into knowledge and knowledge into plans that drive profitable business actions. This is what the another definition. Now, BI encompasses data warehousing, business analytics and knowledge management. Okay, these are all the things are required for the business intelligence. Got it? See here now, why this business intelligence is required? Why business intelligence is important? As the definition itself will tell you, okay, to get the business, to get the profitable business. Okay, for that purpose we need, what is that? Business intelligence. Most companies track and record thousands of transactions daily, not just customer purchases, which might include information such as customer details, the product details, or an item sold details, okay, the store from which the purchase was made, and data and time of purchase. See here now, all these things this business intelligence software is getting. What are all it is collecting? It is collecting, or it is taking the data of customers, customer details. What it? Customer details in the form of what type of customer it is, his number, his the date of birth, etc., etc. All the details which it is required for the sake of business purpose. Got it? And product details, which are the items sold, that details, the details of the store from which the purchase was made, and the date and time of the purchase, in which date it was sold, at what time it was sold. Got it? So that usually in the evening, okay, the market will be very rush. In the afternoon it will not be very rush. Okay, so that timing plays very important role. And weekends it will be throughout the day almost. Okay, from morning 11 to evening 9 to 10. Okay, the market will be very rush. Got it? So date and time, that also plays an important role for what? Doing the business. Got it? So, but also transactions such as various activities, inventory purchase, employee hours, and time off, and daily opening cost. See here now. Also, it involves how many employees are working, who are all working today, who are all on leave, okay, and their details. Got it? And at what time it will go to off daily, at what time it will go to open our business, okay, and what is the daily opening balance of the company. These are all the things will be tracked by what is the business intelligence. Apart from the customers and the details of the products or details of the purchase and sales, it also involves in inventory, like warehouse activities. Warehouse activities means daily opening balance and closing time, opening time, and employees details, and at what time the employees are getting in and at what time they are getting out, okay, and the who are all working and who are all on leave. Got it? So these are all the details will be tracked by this many companies. In fact, most companies are virtually swimming in data. See here now, data is huge amount of data is there. Most of the companies are virtually swimming in the data, means that much of data is there. All the data is in the form of digital form. All the data is in the form of digital, but they need an intelligent system. They need an intelligent system to process it. They need an intelligent system to analyze it. Got it? So, with the business intelligence, companies have a greater insight into their organization, yielding new opportunities, corrections to existing purchases or processes, competitive analysis, and more. So, with these things, with the proper analysis, okay, they can do whatever the defaults are there. They need to correct those things. If they are having the wrong procedures, they are having a chance to correct them. Okay, they are having the chance to build new plans. Okay, all these things can be done. Okay, with this business intelligence, with the proper analysis of data. Okay, for that purpose, we need what is that? Business intelligence. Okay, we need a business intelligence. Okay, this is the important why we need business intelligence, because of these things, because to get a good business. Got it? Because we are having the huge amount of data, but data, it is a raw data. We need to analyze it. That data has to be converted into information. Information has to be converted into knowledge. Okay, and knowledge, once we have the analysis, okay, once we have a information which is converted into knowledge, okay, then only knowledge can be converted into plans. Then only knowledge can be converted into plans. See, data and the information. Just half an hour before I shared one of the image in your WhatsApp group. Got it? So, it is a means our phones are having such apps which converts data into information. Which converts data into information. See, what is that? So, data is today's walking or a running distance. Running distance. 6.7 kilometer it is a data. It is a data. 6.7 kilometer is a data. Okay. Then what is information? So it has collected. There are so many data, such data. Okay. Every day's data is there in that database. So that data is given in the form of information. What is the information? See, I have given there, you are walking and running more than you usually do by this time. So daily what time I do walk and running, okay, so you did more than the previous days. It has processed all those datas, okay, with some problems, formulas and all those things, and it has given you the some information. So if that information is probably, if it is running more than, instead of more than, it is less than, okay, so I would have made some other plan. I would have made some plan saying that tomorrow onwards I need to work for a more, because to cover that loss, because it is less than. Now I want to make it to a normal or average or more than the everydays. So we need to work more. Based on that, I want to make some plans. Got it? So that is the difference between data and information. Now, the challenges of building BI solutions. The challenges of building BI solutions. What are those challenges? There are number of challenges with business intelligence. First, there are technical issues. Disparate data. Disparate data means a data exists in multiple places. The data is not in one place. Data we are getting it from many places, and it is some data is there in some server, and some data is there in some server, and some it is there in some other database. So this separate database, it is one of the challenge. What it in the business intelligence solutions? Data is not formatted to support complex analysis. Means it is not formatted. It is not it is not in a fixed format. Some will be using a structured format. Some will be there in the semi-structured. Some will be there in unstructured. Okay, we need to get the data from different formats. See here now, if you take a student database itself, okay, assume that, see here now, let me write it here. Now, assume that it is a student database. First is university seat number. What happened to this? University seat number and name of the student and contact number of the student. Contact number of the student. This is a student table which is there in one place. The same it is from the VTU. This format they are maintaining. Assume that Rani Chennamma University is maintaining the same information. What is that? First they are having a name, then what is that? University seat number and contact number. Okay, and KUD is following same. They are having contact number first, contact number, university seat number and name This is what they are following. This is followed by KUD, this is followed by KUD, this is followed by RCU, this is followed by VTU. This is followed by VTU. See here, same information only, student information only with the three fields: university seat number, name and a contact number. So what is there? Formats are different. The organizing is format. So what is that? University seat number arrangement is different. So each of them are following different formats. If all the universities' data are clubbed into one single database for business intelligence purpose, and this is one of the challenging, because they need to make it a single format. They need to extract the information. If they want to extract the information of the university seat number from the VTU, it is first column, but in the Rani Chennamma University, it is the second column. Got it? So in KUD also it is second column. This is what? This is the problem. This is another challenge. Got it? Then next challenge is different kinds of workers have different data needs. See here now. Different kinds of workers have different data needs. Means, as I told, if once your results are announced, see, assume that there is a class teacher and there are lecturers who are handling the classes. The lecturer who is handling a particular subject, he will go to look into his marks only on particular subject. In particular subject, how many students got failed, how many students got scored more than so and so percentage. Okay, this is what he or she will going to look into. Every teacher, they will look into their subject. If it is a class teacher, he will going to analyze complete class. How many students are failed in first semester? How many students have scored more than 80 in first semester? Okay, how many students got a distinction? Okay, how many students have scored more than 90 in the first semester, irrespective of subject? Because he is a class teacher, he will going to look into complete class. Then comes to HOD. HOD will look into first semester result as well as third semester result. Okay, if there are any other semesters, they will go to look into all the semester results. In which semester there are more number of distinctions, in which semester there are good scorers. Okay, is there any chance of getting the rank in any of the semesters, okay, the HOD will look into different datas, okay, all this thing. If it comes to principal will be interested in all such departments. Which department is doing well, which department is not doing good, okay, all these things they will going to do it. If it comes to university will going to analyze the data or look the data, okay, of different colleges. See here now, different workers have a different data needs. I need a different data, class teacher need a different data, and subject handling teacher requires a different data. Got it? So different kinds of workers have different needs of data. Then what data should be examined and in what details? We are having huge amount of data. Which data has to be examined? And we are having in student database itself, student is having a university number, name, contact number, email, then course he has finished, and percentage, etc. He will be date of birth, etc. Okay, out of these in the student, which is more important for me? Whether the university seat number or name of the student or their mobile number or email ID, which is important, that has to be taken care of. So what data is examined? It is very difficult to get the data because we are having huge amount of data, among them which is to be examined, and what details, at what depth. Okay, in mobile number only, what are the details we need it? In date of birth, if you are examining the date of birth of the students, okay, with what details it has to be examined? I am more interested in the month of their date of birth, or day of the date of birth, or year of the date of birth. So what data and with what details? This is also one of the challenging thing. Then how will users interact with the data? How the users are interacting with the data, okay, how they are extracting the data, okay. This is also one of the, because date, if you take the date format, somebody will be using DDMM YYYY, somebody will be using the format of month, date and year. Got it? So month, day and YY, only 2 digits of the year. Okay, so these are the different storage formats. Users have to interact with these data. So this is also one of the challenging thing in the business intelligence. There are number of challenges with business intelligence. First, there are technical issues like disparate data, different operating systems, because there are other technical issue like a different format. Operating systems are used. Okay, the different database platforms are used. Somebody will be using Oracle, somebody will be using MySQL, somebody will be using other. Okay, so different database platforms are used to store the data or etc. And more. This data is usually stored in one OLTP. In an OLTP, it means that online transaction processing. Online transaction processing is nothing but it helps us to store the data, extract the data, modify the data and delete the data. We can do all these things, okay, with OLTP. OLTP is nothing but online transaction processing. OLTP. OLTP is nothing but it will going to store the data, retrieve the data and modify the data. Only these things can be done with the OLTP. Okay, this OLTP is used in database. It is used for storing the database, not in the data warehouse. Why? Because in data warehouse we need the analysis tool, online analyzing tool, not OLTP. OLTP is for storing, retrieving, or what is that? Modifying the data. Okay, for those, hence it is used in database. Hence it is used in database. Okay, but in warehousing we need OLAP. OLAP is nothing but online analytical processing. Online analytical processing. OLAP. O means online, OL means online, AP means analytical and processing. OLAP. Okay, so OLAP is there. We required OLAP at the where in the data warehouse. We need OLTP in database. Okay, now OLTP is for the sake of storing, retrieving and modifying the data. Okay, but OLAP is for analysis purpose. Data which is there in the database warehouse. Okay, we need to analyze those data. For that we required OLAP. Okay, so stored in an OLTP format designed for fast insert, update and delete, not analysis. OLTP is used for what is that? Inserting purpose, updating purpose and deletion purpose, but not for the sake of analysis. Got it? Some challenges are human issues. These are all we discussed. What are those? Disparate, different platforms, different operating system, different database platforms, and the data which is used with the help of OLTP, stored in with the help of OLTP. These are all technical issues. Okay, there are some challenges with the human issues. Okay, the human issues like different workers have a different levels of examining the extracting for working with data. Okay, and therefore need different data tools. Okay, so different workers needs different kinds of tools, datas. Hence there are human challenges as well as technical challenges. Other challenges are business challenges like what data should be available and to whom and what level. See here now, there are three types of challenges. One technical challenge, second one is human challenges, human issues, challenges due to technical issues, challenges due to human issues and challenges due to business issues. See here now, in technical issues, because of different database platforms, because of OLTP, because of separated data. Okay, these are all the technical issues. Human issues, okay, different people are storing knowledge, different knowledge level people will be having the different tools they are using. Okay, they are not using a same tool. Okay, in the afternoon we will be having the lab. Okay, there are n number of online compilers. Okay, we'll be having we're going to discuss one or two such things. What is that? Online compilers for that executing the SQL queries. So somebody is using some type of online tool and somebody is using some type of online tools. Okay, there are different issues with that, human issues. Okay, and somebody, see, in storing the data and all those things, usually whenever you go for any organizations and all, okay, hospitals, medical shops, etc., they are, who is operating the computers to enter all the details? They are not, probably they are graduated or less than that. Got it? Sometimes they might be having the aware of spellings and all those things. Sometimes they don't have. Okay, they will be entering the data simply, but it will be dumped in the database. But while extracting, we need to do a lot of circles. Got it? And other challenges like business issues. So different level of people will require a different level of data. Okay, so these are all different issues which are there in the building database. Business intelligence. Is challenges in business intelligence BI is understood? Challenges of building BI solutions.
Sir, understood.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Now, consolidation of data. The process of consolidating data means moving it, making it consistent, and cleaning up the data as much as possible. Consolidated means if somebody asked first semester results of the student, if I go with the individual results of the Sujit, result of Kiran, result of Akash, result of Riya, result of Sumaya, result of Soumya, Leena, Reena, it is not a consolidated. It is an individual data. Consolidated data means moving it up and making it consistent. So we collect all the data and make it consistent. And we need to cleaning it up. Cleaning it up means, say now, if there are any errors, if there are any mistakes, okay, we need to clean it up. Example I told in the previous slide, like a date. Somebody will be using DD, YYY. Somebody will be using DD, month, MON and YYY. So, some formats are like this and some formats are like this. Before analyzing, before making analysis, we need to make it to a single format. This is called as transforming. Okay, this is called as cleaning. Got it? So, cleaning the data as much as possible before you go for analysis. Otherwise, you may lead to wrong decisions. Analysis may go wrong. Got it? Data is frequently stored in different formats. Data is frequently stored in different format. As I told, example of the date. Data is frequently inconsistent between sources. It is not constant. It is not consistent. It is inconsistent. Yesterday we discussed about the consistent and inconsistent. Before the transaction and after the transaction it should be same. Yesterday we took an example of X is having 500 rupees at the beginning. Okay, Y is having only 200 rupees at the beginning before transaction. So X plus Y, that is 500 plus 200, it is 700 before the transaction. After transferring amount 100 rupees from X to Y, okay, after the transaction X is having 400 and Y is having 300. Okay, so after transaction X plus Y, that is 400 plus 300, it is 700. Okay, so before the transaction it is total amount is 700 and after the transaction total amount is 700. So it is consistent. If first it is 700 and later it is not equals to the before the transaction or 700, then it is called as inconsistent. It is called as inconsistent data. Then another consolidated data is data may be dirty. Data may be dirty means sometimes some value may be missing. Some value may be missing. Example, I will tell you, in the student database, everything is there, but the gender is missing. All the information of the student is there, only gender is missing. Gender is missing. Then missing values or inconsistent. So that type of data is called as inconsistent. Dirty. The data is dirty means it is no more useful. See here now, I need the student database, okay, where I am more looking into contact numbers. I am interested in the student's contact number. If I got the student database, but it is not having the contact numbers, then that data is no more useful for me, because I want to make a call. I want to make a call. For that purpose, I need a student information, student database. If that student database is not having the contact numbers, then for me, it is not at all useful. If it is not at all useful, then it is a dirty data. Then it is a dirty data because it is missing which I need. Got it? This is called as consolidated data. The data is often distributed throughout an organization. Okay, company might have a custom application that uses Microsoft SQL servers, purchased applications, etc., etc. Okay, sometimes we need all these things. Sometimes we may having the required data, or sometimes we may not have the required data. Got it? So this is related to consolidate of data. So we look into these things, disseparate data. Okay, then next we look into inconsistent data and data quality issues now. Okay, just what's time now? 18. Now the data is often distributed throughout an organization. Got it? So assume that university is having almost 200 engineering colleges. VTU is having, there are 200 colleges are affiliated to VTU. So if all the 200 colleges are having different formats for storing the data. Okay, so once all the colleges have transferred their data to university, because they are all separated data, now they need to consolidate it. They need to aggregate all those data in a variety of locations and formats. Because see here now, the data format of our college, the data format of KLE college, the data format of the Bangalore colleges, the data format of the Mysore colleges, Mangalore, etc., etc., with the different locations with a variety of formats. This is called as disseparate data. Relational databases like operational data systems. Okay, somebody will be stored the data with the form of relational databases, in the form of tables. Somebody might have stored their data with the help of XML files. Somebody might have used desktop databases for storing their student database. Some might have used Microsoft Excel, spreadsheets for storing their data. See here now, these are all different formats. Okay, these are called as disseparate data. These are called as disseparate data. The data may also be in databases on a different operating systems. Probably they might have used databases, but somebody might have Android operating system or Macintosh or Windows, okay, or Linux, etc. Some hardwares might be different, okay. So such type of datas are called as disapparated datas. Then second one is inconsistent data. What is often data is often stored in inconsistent formats, like somebody will be using true and false. Okay, I'll tell you, for storing the data, two plants might have a different fault numbers for the same physical part. Example, I will tell you, to represent true and false, I want to list whether you, for your result, if you have passed the examination, I will make it as a true. If you have failed, I will make it as a false. Okay, for this true and false purpose, somebody are using T for true and F for false. Somebody is using 1 for true and 0 for false. See here now, for somebody are using true for true and false for false. For the sake of same thing, true and false, different peoples are using different formats. Different there, it is all the datas are in different, it is not consistent. Somebody are using 1 for true and somebody is using T for true. Somebody is using 0 for false and somebody is using for F for false. Got it? It is inconsistent data. Data stored in a different countries will likely store sales in their local currency. See here now, if the business organization is worldwide, it is an international business, okay, then those companies, example, some companies will be having their business in USA. In their database, their sales things they have mentioned it in their dollars. In India, we are mentioning it in rupees. In London, okay, they are mentioning or storing it as a pounds. In some other countries will be representing in their own local currencies. Okay, same field. Okay, so the surplus or deficit field, assume that profit or loss field. Okay, what is the profit and what is the loss? Okay, in that they are storing the values with the different currencies, their local currencies. So again analysis will be difficult. So this is inconsistent data. We need to consolidate these datas. Okay, we need to bring it to common platform. We need to bring it to common. All the things should be, if for America it is dollars, for London it is, what is that, UK it is pounds, and for us it is rupees. So we need to consolidate it to, funds has to be converted into dollars and rupees also converted into dollars. So all the datas will be in the form of dollars only. Got it? This is also one of the thing. Next, data quality issues. Data quality issues. Virtually all companies have a dirty data. Dirty data are bad values that enter a system. Bad values enter the system. It can be simple type when entering it is a simple typo means typing error when entering a numbers, but it is often a bad value entered into free form text field. Example, sales may be attributed to employee IDs that does not exist in the employee system. It means that employee ID it is not there, but we are entering into that system, which is not required. Got it? Clean data facilities more accurate analysis means we need to clean the data which is not which is a dirty data. Dirty data has to be cleaned before analysis. Many data entries systems allow free from data entry of text values. See, if it is writing 100 is different, digit 100 is different, writing 100 with spelling is different. Okay, spelling it may give you error because it may give you spelling mistakes. Sometimes it is called as, if it is a spelling mistake, it is called as, because see here now 120 is 120, it is in the digital writing with the help of digits. Somebody will be using 120, somebody will be writing, if it is in the form of this with the spellings. Okay, somebody will be using 120, somebody will be using 120. See here now, for same 120 they are using these many things, ONE1, TWO2 and ZERO 120. See, these are the mistakes what we do while entering the data. This has to be cleaned. This has to be cleaned. For example, the same city might be entered as a Louisville and this. See, better we go for Vishweshwaraya Technological University. See here now, in the university itself, their board is different sometimes, and in if you type it in Google, you will get a different spellings. You will get a different spellings for the Vishweshwaraya. Got it? So this is what we need to clean it, because sometimes that will be matched and that will not going to match. When you for searching purpose, sometimes these things will not going to comes under the matching. So routine to clean up data need to take into account all possible variations of data. So we need to clean the data. Okay, so to get good results, this is data quality issues are more important. We need to clean up the data, okay, before we go for analysis. Okay, with this I'll go